Okay. So how are you today, guys? You're good? Can you show me your thumbs up if you're good? Can you react with thumbs up if you're okay? Thank you, Jessica. So, Celia, you're also okay. Giselle, I know you're okay. Great. The rest? Oh, Maria Lujan, you're also fine. That's awesome. Andrea, what about you? Great. Okay, Juan, it's also okay. That is fine. That is amazing. I'm glad you're okay. Um, I hope you enjoying the weather. I personally love it. I'm a winter person, so this kind of weather makes me really happy. Um, okay, so we can start already. Um, I'm gonna go over a few things before starting. As I tell you today, we're gonna have a kind of reviewing kind of class, or in not reviewing, but we're gonna be taking some sort of quiz stuff, so you get acquaintance with what you're gonna be facing soon. Okay, so we can start. Okay, so just a few tips as last class. As I told you, this class will be regarding quizzes. So please, we're gonna go over this. Okay, so tip for the class, remember again, in this class, you're not gonna read. So just as a general rule, I still keep it there. When you're chosen to read, unmute yourself, and when you finish, mute yourself back. Today, we're not gonna have reading, so it's fine. You can raise your hand or using Alt plus Y on your computer for questions, or the chat box is also available for questions. Remember, you can always ask anything related to a class, of course, and I will try to clarify. And if you're on your cell phone, you have like the option like that it says raise hand. You can use that as well. You can react with a thumb up, as I told you, like at the beginning of the class, when I asked some questions or anything. And here you have how you can do it with your computer. Here you have the section that it says reaction, and on your cell phone you have like these three dots that will help you um, react. Okay, and then this is really important to me. I consider it really important, so that's why I wrote it. This is new. Make sure you take notes. Okay, especially on this class in which we're going to be practicing a quiz, so it will be really useful to try to take notes. We're going to do some analysis, so if you could take notes about the whole thing that we're gonna be checking, that will be really useful for you to learn, and also when you have to study when it's time for you to take either the quiz or the exam. Okay, so without further ado, we can start. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention, today we're gonna be using the chat a lot, so be ready to be typing and to have your answers. Okay, so please, let's get ready. So let's start. So today we're gonna have a practice quiz here regarding, remember we were studying about unit 1 and unit 2. We started those 2 units and we were reviewing, we're practicing, we're reviewing grammar. So today we're gonna be working on a quiz activity. Okay, so we can start. Okay, so please make sure to answer questions. We're gonna be working on them. So we will have, for unit 1, we will have 6 questions and we're gonna start already. Okay, quiz 1, question 1, sorry. We have, my brother loves cooking. He always, and you have 3 options. Can you please send on the chat the possible answer? I will wait. You can have A, fly kites, B, bakes cupcakes, C, since he was a child, Okay, thank you, Enzo. We have an answer. Anyone else? You can still send your answer. Is B, okay, option B, according to Jennifer. B. Very good. Pretty much all of you agree that is B. So let's check the possible answer according to, yes, and it's B, bakes cupcakes. Okay, so let's analyze this a bit so that we can understand, even though I know you understand because you are sending the right answer. So still you can take notes for this. We have my brothers loves cooking. We have cooking. Okay, what is the closest related activity to that? Baking cupcakes. Okay, I mean, how is it like you're gonna fly kite if you like to cook? I mean, it is not related. Probably you can do both activities, but in this context, it is not connected. It doesn't make sense. Okay, and then the C option is a since he was a child. I mean, in here we're not talking about when he started doing this activity. We're just telling that he loves cooking and that he usually, or that he, in this context, he always bakes cupcakes. Okay, again, remember to take note. So let's go to the second one. So question 2, we have Alex takes blank space of landscapes, sorry, and we have amazing photos, run marathons, and then we have talk show. So what is the possible answer? A, B, or C? We have A, okay. A, Andrea. A, according to Viviana. Okay, so Constanza also says A. Okay, so all of you pretty much agree that we're talking about option A. So let's check. And perfect, it's answer A. And we have Alex takes amazing photos of landscapes. Okay, so remember, in this context, you cannot take run marathon. First of all, why is this wrong? Because we have already a verb that is takes. Okay, and you usually takes pictures or you take photos. So again, after takes, you cannot have another verb. You cannot have Alex takes run marathon. I mean, it doesn't make sense. And then when we talk about talk show, remember, what was a talk show? Do you remember? Is an activity, is a TV show, is a hobby? What is a talk show? Can you remind me on the chat box, please? What was a talk show? Thank you. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, pretty much awesome. I know that you're taking notes. That's why you remember everything. Oh my, I'm so proud of you. So yeah, we're talking about a TV show. So how is it that you're gonna take a TV show? It's like, I don't know, you're grabbing a TV show and you're taking as a drink, or I doesn't make sense. So great, let's continue. So let's go for question 3. So we have here, she has been doing volunteer work. We have again 3 options, A, B, or C. According to you, which one is the correct option? Please send it again on the chat box. Okay, we have C. C. Great. Okay, so pretty much all of you agree that the option is C. So let's check it. Yes, the option is C. So let's read it. I will read the whole sentence. She has been doing volunteer work for 3 months. Why can we say since for last year? I mean, why is it is not possible for me to say she has been doing volunteer work since for last year? Is there any correction that we need to make there? Any change? And what is the issue there? You can send it on the chat box, remember? How can we use option A in this sentence? Any ideas? Okay, so I will tell you. In this context, remember, we have here two words. We have since and for, okay? So first of all, remind me, when do we use since and when do we use for? Can you please remind me and send it on the chat box when we use since and when we use for? In what kind of situation? I don't remember, and I'm sure you remember. So please tell me what was the difference between since and for in this context. Maria Lujan says for is for period of time. Giselle also agrees. She says period of time. What about since? When do we use since? For is for period of time. That is correct. Thank you, Giselle. Thank you, Paz. Thank you, Andrea. Oh my God, I'm really glad. I'm sure that all of you are taking note. That's why you are giving the exact word that we actually study and covered. So yeah, remember, since is for we use since when the action started, okay? And then we use for period of time. And last year implies, when we say last year, are we talking about a period of time or are we talking about a starting point? When I say last year, what is the implication of last year? It implies a period of time or it implies a starting point in this context? You can send the answer in the chat box. Okay, so just for you to know, in this context, when we say last year, we're talking about a starting point, okay? So that's why for is incorrect there, okay? We will say she has been doing voluntary work since last year. So when did the action started? Last year, okay? So in 2019. So I will send that answer on the chat box so you can also take note. Sorry, she doing volunteer work since last year. So that will be the correct option in case we want to use A. What about option B? We have, she has been doing volunteer work 1 year. Now that we covered already since and for, what is missing there? There is one word that is missing. How we will say that, how can we add 1 year there in order to make the sentence to be grammatically correct? How would you say that? For a year. Thank you, Jessica. That's awesome. Yeah, we will say she has been doing volunteer work for a year, because a year or 1 year implies a period of time. Thank you so much. So we can go for answer number 4. And we have here, I, blank space, home movies since I was 10. And we have the first option, I've made, B, I've been making, and I make. What is the possible answer here? Okay, you can again send it on the chat box. Okay, according to Fabricio is B. Any other option? B. B. Okay. Yes. For this option, for these questions, we use B. We say I've been making home movies since I was 10. So what happened here? What is the So let's check. Yeah. So there we go. We are saying, let's imagine that we're talking about me. So I started this action of home movies since I was 10. Now I'm 26, so it was 16 years ago. So that is why that is the right answer. We don't use I've made here because I'm still doing. Remember, I say I've been making home movies. That means that I started 16 years ago, and right now I'm still doing that thing, that action. I'm still making home movies because probably it's my hobby, probably my work. We don't know. And then I've made it doesn't imply um, progressive. I mean, it is just until certain point. And then make, we cannot use make there because that is simple present and is for a routine. So I cannot say I make home movies since I was 10. I will say I make home movies. That will be my routine. But in this context, we can. So let's go to the next one. Question 5. And it says, I've been working the whole day. So what is the possible answer? A, B, or C? You can send it on the chat box. We have, okay, C. Many of you are saying C. Okay, Paz also says C. Jennifer, Victoria, Jessica, Celia. Okay, so yeah, most of you agree that is C. So of course, yeah, thank you, Lurby. The answer is C. Yeah, why do we use in this context, or why our answer is C here? We have, I've been working the whole day. So what happened? I don't know, imagine I woke up at 6 in the morning and right now it's 7 p.m. Okay, so starting 7 in the morning and now 7 p.m. in the evening, I'm still working. So what is the result of that? I'm exhausted. Okay, so that is what the other person say. I'm telling, imagine my mom, I say, I've been working the whole day, and she'll say, oh, you must be exhausted. Okay, and why don't we choose A or B here? Let's analyze it as well. We have, did you work today? I mean, why would you ask me if I worked today if I just told you I've been working the whole day? My information was that I've been working the whole day, and then you ask me, did you work? It doesn't make sense. And then I love working. I mean, in here, this is just, it doesn't have anything to do. I mean, it is completely just a random answer, so it doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's go for question 6. We have, what have you been doing lately? And we have option A, I've been studying a lot. I am a nurse. I was studying a lot. So what is the possible answer? According to Elisa, is A. Lurby says A. Pearly also says A. Okay, great. So many of you agree that is A. So let's check. Perfect. So it's A. We have, what have you been doing lately? So imagine this situation. For this kind of question, it is really good if you try to put yourself in that situation. So imagine Lurby. Okay, Lurby will be my example. Imagine Lurby is my friend, but I don't know, I moved to another city, or I've been working a lot lately for the last month because I have a new work, I'm training, I'm learning new things. So I haven't had the time to see Lurby or to catch up with her. There wasn't the moment for that, okay? So, and then suddenly I am going to the park and Lurby is also going to the park, okay? And then Lurby sees me and say, oh, Elle, what happened to you? What have you been doing lately? I haven't seen you. And there, oh, I've been studying a lot, or I have been working a lot because I have a new work, or I have studied a lot for my exams at university, okay? So this is the communication situation, okay? And then let's analyze why don't we use be here. What have you been doing lately? I am a nurse. I mean, I'm not asking you what your profession is. I want to know your lately activity. What were you doing like in a period of time probably, okay? And then, yes, I was studying a lot, and this is impossible because we have here a WH question. So be really, really careful here. Whenever we have a WH question, what, remember, what, when, where, how, why, who, we can never, ever answer with yes, okay? It is like, imagine I see, okay, I have Jessica here, for example. And I say, Jessica, what's your name? And Jessica is like, yes, teacher. You know, it doesn't complete. I need information. So whenever we use what, we need information. We cannot use yes or no. It should be any kind of information. So that's why question 6, sorry, option C is wrong. So until now, do you have any question? Is there anything that you would like me to go back again to recheck, to re-explain if it's not clear? Anything? If it's everything is clear, can you please show your thumbs up? Can you react with a thumbs up so I can know? Okay. Thank you, Jessica. Pass. Okay, very good. So we're okay here. Thank you so much. Okay. So only, yes, Lurby, what is your question? Tell me. Please send it on the chat box and I will clarify your question. Okay, so let's just wait for Lurby. She has a question, so we can clarify and then. Yes, Lurby, you can never answer WH question with yes or no. Okay, it is impossible because WH questions implies information. For example, I say again, I meet Jessica for the first time. Jessica is one of our classmates here, your classmate. And I say, I see Jessica for the first time. I don't know her name. And I will go, for example, hey, hello, what's your name? And she cannot say yes, or she cannot answer no, because I'm asking for information. So she will say, hello, my name is Jessica, okay? So whenever we have a WH question, we need to give any kind of any sort of information, okay? Or for example, I ask Maria Luján, where do you live? And she will say, I live in Asunción, okay? She cannot say, I can ask, I mean, I will answer, I will ask her, sorry, Maria Luján, where do you live? Yes, teacher. And it doesn't make sense. Again, we need to provide information, okay? So remember, that is, you can take notes of that, all of you. WH, I will write it here, the chat box. WH question mean information. Okay, you always need to provide information, okay? Always. Okay, so no questions so far. Can we go for unit 2? So let's go for unit 2. We're gonna be doing the same process again. And again, if you have any question, please make sure to ask. So we're gonna go for question 1. And we have, I always watch, I like watching interviews. And you have here cartoons, talk shows, and soap operas. So what is the possible answer? Francisco say B, Celia B, Ivan B. Okay, so great, awesome. Okay, so let's check. Yes, so we have talk shows. Perfect. So I always watch talk shows. I like watching interviews. Okay, so why don't we use, for example, cartoons here? What does cartoons imply? So when I say cartoon, remember when we study and we describe these new vocabularies? How would you describe cartoons? How would you? What is a word that you will say? For example, I usually describe cartoons as drawing. Animals, okay, very good, Lurby. You can say animals. Drawing, very good, Montserrat. Drawing, Celia. Animation, Maria Lohance's illustration. Perfect, that is awesome. Yeah, and I again, as I remember I told you that cartoons to me implies illustration plus animation. So like they are combined. So that is cartoons. And Carlos says funny animation. That is also correct. Yeah, because it's Lurby says that it's for kids. Yeah, even though remember now we also have cartoons for adults. Yeah, Lurby, that is correct. For example, remember that The Simpsons is meant for adults, not for kids. Okay, but it's correct. I mean, we have cartoons for children and for adults. What about soap operas? Do you remember anywhere? I remember I showed you a really good example for soap operas. Anything that you remember from it? Drama, very good, Celia. Yeah, remember we have a lot of drama when we talk about soap operas. It's like drama, sentimentality. Very good, Maria Lohan. I'm so proud. Yeah, and I gave the example of Mariela del Barrio. Remember, and pretty much all of these Talia's telenovelas are really dramatic. Okay, so no question here. Let's go to question 2. La Rosa Guadalupe. I believe La Rosa Guadalupe is more like a series, but it's pretty dramatic as well. It's extremely dramatic. Okay, so let's go for question 2. And we have, I love watching about wildlife. What is the possible answer here? Again, please send it on the chat box. Giselle, you've got a question. Okay, see, pretty much see. Giselle, you raise your hand. Do you have any question? Okay, Giselle, you raise your hand. No, okay, don't worry. So it's okay. Okay, so yeah, all of you agree that is C. Thank you, Lurby. You wrote the whole word. That is amazing. Yeah, documentaries. We're talking about wildlife. Remember when we talk about documentaries, we usually talk about facts, about information that is given to us about a specific topic. So we usually learn a lot. What about sports program? This is really easy. How would you describe sports program? To me, this is like the most simple TV program to describe. What would you say about sports program? Any word to describe it? Yeah, we can have football. Thank you, Jennifer. Football. And yeah, pretty much sports. We can have football. We can have baseball, basketball, softball, swimming. Yeah, CNN Sports is a really big channel related to sports. So thank you, Larry, for your example. Spur News. Okay, thank you. What about music video? We have athletes. Yeah, very good. That's a really good comment, Monse. We have athlete. Yeah, athletes over usually. What about music video? Ed Sheeran. Yeah, he's a singer. Yeah, so usually when we talk about music video, we talk about I don't know, a singer, a band, and it is pretty much kind of um, the the way they show the meaning of their song in a way. Because usually when we have a music video, we have a song. So perfect. Thank you, Jennifer. You're sending me your answers privately. So if you can send it to everyone, that will be amazing because your descriptions are really good. So yeah, Jennifer sent me this answer, and is the singer make a video about him, her, or his song? And that is a really good answer because it's basically the singer. I don't know. Let's say Lurby said Ed Sheeran. So Ed Sheeran, I don't know any of his songs, but he makes a video out of it. Perfect. So let's go to the next one. So yeah, documentaries. Here's the right answer. Sorry, I forgot that. So let's go for question 3. We have, could you tell me where? You have option A, B, or C. Okay, Ivan says A. A, okay. Perfect. So all of you agree that is A. So the correct answer is perfect. It's A. We have, could you tell me where the bank is? So why don't we say is the bank? Do you remember? I remember that I told you I make a short explanation about it, and I used some colors for you to identify and understand why we don't say, could you tell me where is the bank? What happened there? What was the action that happened there? Or what is the difference between A and B? Perfect, Jennifer. Sorry, Jessica. It is an indirect question. So remember, in indirect questions, there is a change in position, okay? We kind of swap, okay? So in direct question, could you tell me the direct version of this? Could you tell me where the bank is? Can you tell me how would you make that a direct question? It's a new change verb. Yeah, we changed the verb position. Thank you, Lerby. That's a really good point. Can you tell me the direct question of it, of this question? We have, could you tell me where the bank is? How would you make that a direct? Where is the bank? Very good. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Jennifer. And thank you, Maria Lohan. Yeah, where is the bank? So as you can see, when we say indirect question, we say, where is the bank? Whereas when we say, could you tell me where the bank is? Change position because this is an indirect question, as Jessica told us. Thank you so much. And then where does the bank is? This is impossible because we have is here, and then we have does again. We have two auxiliaries, okay? So let's go for the next one. We have question 4. We have, I wonder how did they make, was making, they make. Oh, sorry, my bad. I just showed you already the answer. And it's, yeah, they made. Why do we say here, they made, okay? I wonder how they made that music video. Or how, can you tell me the direct question of this? Okay. I wonder how, and the answer is here, they make the music video. This is, I will just write it down because I gave the whole answer, so my bad. I wonder how they make video. I wonder how they make them. Yeah, that is the whole sentence. How how can you make it direct? Can you tell me the direct version of it? I want to know how yeah. Thank you, Monse. Can you type, sorry, the direct question of this indirect question? If you remember. Perfect, Ivan. Yeah, thank you. Ivan sent the right answer. How did they make the music video? Perfect. If you can check Ivan's answer, that is the way we will say it in. Thank you, Viviana. Also, she also sent part of the question. Yes, so we say, how did they make the music video? Okay. As you can see, as option A offers, but this is incorrect because we're talking about indirect question. But if we were talking about direct question, we would choose option A, okay? So what about option B? We have was making. In this context, we don't use that because we're talking about past. Simple past, an action that is over. And remember, the music video is finished, is done. So it was done in the past. They're not going to repeat the action. And remember that was making implies an action in progress in the past. Okay, so that is the reason we don't use was making here. So let's go for question 5. And we have, can you explain where you were? Are you angry? Yes, I was at the park. I'm at a party. So what is the possible answer here? A, B, or C? So we have Ivan says B, we have C. So here we have some differences already. Here we can see some difference, okay? Elisa says we have 1B, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, B. We have 1C, Jennifer says C. And let's check. Lurby also says B, Monster says B. Okay, we have more, we have 9 Bs already. So let's check what Celia also agrees, she says is B. Okay. So before analyzing, I think this will change your answer. Here we have an indirect question. Again, we have, can you explain where you were? So this is an indirect question. Can you tell me? Very good, Lurby. That is a really good point. For C, so now we can omit C because Lurby make a really good point. C is in present. It says, I'm at a party. And here in our question, we have where, okay? Sorry, we have where. So we have, we cannot have that. So now my question is, can you tell me the direct version of this question? So I say, can you explain where you were? What is the direct question version of this? How would you make it that a direct question? Where are you? Where thank you, Jessica. Where were you? So if our question is, where were you? And we have there a WH question, where were you? Can we answer with yes? Can we say yes, where were you? Yes, I was at the park. Is that a correct answer? Yes, no? What do you think? So here, very good, Lorraine, no, thank you. So here, the correct answer is A, okay? So let's analyze why, okay? Is a, imagine, remember, when we have this kind of question, this is a real everyday English situation, okay? Something that you will have when you communicate with people, okay? So I will explain you. Imagine yourself, here we have the word explain. So when you have to explain something, probably the person that is asking you something is angry, is mad, you know? So I will say, can you explain where you were? And I will say, are you angry? Okay, so um, imagine you ask for permission to your mom. Okay, imagine you are 15. Remember when you were 15 years old? You were 15, you were still in high school, and then you ask your mom, "Mom, can I go to the movie theater with my friends?" And your mom says, "No, you can't go." And then magically you disappear. You disappear, and then you're back, and then your mom is, "Can you explain where you were?" Your mom is angry, and then you say, are you angry? You know, so that is the situation. Do you understand? Is it clear what the situation is here? You can say yes, or you can. Okay, thank you, Jessica. Okay, okay, Viviana, let's clarify again. This is a situation in which you escaped from your house. Imagine, Jessica, Viviana, sorry, imagine, Viviana, your mom or your dad didn't give you permission to go out, okay? So you didn't have permission, but still you went out. So what happened then? You are back in your house, and then your mom's or your dad comes to you and says, "Can you explain where you were?" And you're like, "Are you angry?" Okay, so that you don't get told off, okay? No, the possible answer is not B, because this is a WH question, okay? Remember, where were you? Yes, I was. This is like, what's your name? Yes, okay? This is a yes or no. Again, just make it here a person that, yeah. Celia sent the direct question. Is, yeah, it's a sarcastic answer, kind of a sarcastic answer. Where were you? Okay, that is the direct version, okay? So if we have the direct version, we have, yes, I was at the party. You cannot answer with yes a WH question. Remember, with WH question, you always need information. Is it clear now? As Perly says, this is like kind of like a sarcastic or kind of like a worried answer, like, are you angry? Because probably you are going to be like grounded in your room, okay? So let's go for the next one, the last one. Thank you, Juan. So here we have, I wonder if I will pass the quiz, since we are making a quiz here. Possible answer, A, B, or C. Okay, Fabricio say B. B, okay. We have B. B, more B. Okay, great. So it says, I wonder if I will pass the quiz. Okay, so what is here is pretty much an answer. You say, of course. Okay, we say, I will pass. Okay, and then the possible answer A, it is incorrect because we say we have a quiz tomorrow. Okay, so I mean I'm asking you whether I will pass or no the exam. So I'm talking about about an exam that will happen probably right now, and we have a quiz tomorrow. It doesn't make sense. And then letter C, we're talking about is a documentary. We're talking about a quiz, not about a documentary. Okay, is this clear? Can you react with a thumbs up? Yes. Okay. So we can go back. So is there any question that you have, okay, regarding what we were covering today? As I told you, this is a practicum. I will practice a quiz because soon you're gonna have a quiz in the platform. So it will be really useful for you to analyze answers like this, okay? We can go again as using any example. Let's go for this. So remember, when you're not completely sure about an answer, in this context, we know that the answer is A, okay? But sometimes you're not quite sure about an answer. So that is the moment when you need to analyze a bit. Like we have Alex takes amazing photos of landscape. We know that that is the right answer. But sometimes you don't know that well. You're like, I don't know if it's B or if it's C. So the most important thing to do in these situations is to try to analyze a bit, okay? Remember, when it comes to quizzes or exam, it is not a competition. It is like you have to finish in 5 or 10 minutes. It's about you showing that you actually know or understand. So sometimes you don't remember a word, but you remember some sort of structure that will help you answer a question. So that will be really useful if you can sometimes analyze a bit the question, especially when it is not completely clear for you, okay? Also, I know that in the platform you have already some guidance, so that is what you need to follow, okay? You need to work on your activities. You have some sort of activities over there that you need to follow. For the next class, I will let you know a schedule, okay? I will fix a schedule in which I will be online on the platform, so you can make questions. You can ask me about I don't know, any sort of homework or any sort of content related to the book that you're not completely sure and that you doubt, so that we can interact a bit, okay? I will tell you the real schedule, I mean the actual hours in which I will be on the platform next class, okay? They will confirm that from the CCPA, and as soon as I have that, I will let you know, okay? Which will be on Saturday, so that you can also go to the platform and ask me questions if something is not completely clear and you don't want to wait until we have classes again, because as you can see, we have classes on the quizzes, okay? The quizzes, you have quizzes in each unit, okay? So when you finish working on all the activities related to unit 1, you need to take a quiz, okay? And then when you finish all of that, sorry, you can go to unit 2 and you do the same process again. you work on unit 2, you do all the activities, then you finish that unit, and then you have the quiz, okay? And so that you can start going on advancing on your level per se, okay? And then when you finish that, at some point, I'm sure you know I know that in the platform you have an academic calendar. So over there you can check everything, and you will be familiar how you can manage to do your quizzes. Sorry, Viviana, you have. In order to, I know that in order to pass the quiz, you need to do 70%. Okay, so this is a mandatory 70%. Oh, sorry, I just sent. Let me check. 70. There you go. 70%. Yeah, we have an academic calendar. You can check the academic calendar on the platform. We're gonna be working, because so far we were working until now on unit 1 and 2. You also have some videos over there, okay? And in those videos, we call them video lessons. You can also rewatch those videos. Those videos are kind of a way to help you remember what we were covering during class. And also, if you couldn't be in any of the class that we have on Thursday and Saturdays, you can also rewatch the videos. I mean, they always upload these classes again, and you can go and rewatch. If something is not completely clear, you can also rewatch the video lessons, and you can also rewatch our actual class, the class that you have with me. You can do anything that is useful for you to help you learn, okay? In the page, sorry, let me check. I cannot read in the page. I'm not quite sure about this quiz on Saturday, but I will let you know better on Saturday when we have classes. And the quiz, Constanza, is in the quiz. I'm sorry, the quiz is in the platform. Everything is in the platform. Remember, you will find everything in the platform. You will find the video lessons. You will find our video class there. Everything is there. Okay, all the information you need, you can find it there. And then Montserrat said the next class. Yes, all the classes are pretty much with me. So you're going to be having classes with me. And as I told you, I will be also answering any kind of questions that you have, and you can ask me in the platform. So as I told you some minutes ago, I will be answering any question over there as well. Okay, so if you haven't got any more question, the quiz will help you. It has some sort of also it affects your grades. Okay, so it gets an average of your whole process. So you always have to try to do your best. Okay. I'm not quite sure about this question of you, but I will ask, and I will give you an answer next class, because I'm not quite sure about it. So I don't know if you got any other question, so we can wrap up. Okay, so I will try to give you an answer next class, okay, or even in the platform. So thank you so much for the class. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for participating. This is really important for you and also for me. Thank you so much, and see you on Saturday. Okay, bye-bye.